welcome to Smoky Mountain Neighborhood, a show that talks about what's going on in the neighborhood right here in the Smoky Mountains. Well, today I got a special guest again, because all my guests are special. I'm just telling you that's what they are. We've got Michael Greenberg with Realty Executives here in the house. You may remember his wife, Jennifer Greenberg. And they have a cabin business up here in the Smoky Mountains. And I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about that here in just a minute. We've known each other for 12 years, 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Jen and I were talking and couldn't figure out how long it's been, but it's been 10, 12 years.
Yeah, if not longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still friends.
Yeah, most days.
So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good thing.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we like each other's posts and everything, so it's got to be a real friendship.
It has to be. It's not just a fake friendship, people. We like posts. We actually comment back and forth.
It's almost like interacting. It's
well,
almost gone. It's almost gone, but we're keeping interacting with humans alive.
It is. That is true.
We're holding the front lines of human interaction.
I always like to see where you're going from time to time because you guys travel so much.
I usually have no clue where I'm going. Even with this segment, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
It could be interesting.
It is what it is. But since we both travel a lot, it's
Yeah.
kind of fun to be able to keep up. We haven't seen each other like
It's
in
been a few
person
months. Yeah, it's
in
been a
quite
few months.
while.
Yeah. I think maybe the last time it was when we were flying drones in Turkey Creek.
Oh, it was at Turkey Creek. That's right. And it's been over a year.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we're always in touch with each other on Facebook. It seems like yesterday, though. Mm-hmm. So, but I want to talk basically more about why you got involved with cabin rentals and real estate in the Smoky Mountains. 10 million people visit here every year.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's actually amazing how our little town, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, is like a hub. I don't have that exact figure, but I think it's almost 80% of the country population is within a 12-hour drive of right where we're at. From where we are right now, I could either be to New York City or I could be to Fort Lauderdale, Florida in about the same 12-hour period. That makes this area like the absolute catalyst. This just a great hub, and especially if you're looking for someplace to bring your families to, someplace that you don't have to be concerned with. There's just no better place than East Tennessee, the mountains, everything is just right here. So there was no better place to start investing, and obviously I was a realtor down in Florida, in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I loved it. I did investing there. But investing, working with investors here, people that are buying cabins that they want to put on rental programs, they're also wanting places to bring their family to when it's not rented. So how fun is that? I mean, that's a blast.
That's great. Plus, when you got friends like me, I can say, hey, dude, is the cabin available this weekend?
Yeah, that is typically when I hear from a lot of my friends. Yeah, it's like having a boat,
It is. Why buy a boat when you've got a friend with a boat?
Exactly.
It's a great concept. Why buy? No, actually, it's really a great business, especially with all the people that come here. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you is what are two of the top requirements said, renting or purchasing a cabin? How does that all mesh with you? What are those things?
So if you were to contact me, you said, look, we're up there, we're at Dollywood, we're at Smoky Mountain Moonshine, we're here, we're at the islands, we're doing just all this fun stuff. We're in roller coasters that are on the side of the mountains. We want to have our own cabin. We want to have our own slice of the mountain. But we want to make sure that it rents out. What do we do? So a couple of key things that I'm going to look at. The very first thing that I want to do when I'm looking at a cabin to sell is how close is it to attractions? How close is it to Pigeon Forge? How close is it to Gatlinburg? What do you like? Are you someone that really likes to be in Smoky Mountain National Park? We need to be somewhere close. People don't realize this, but there's cabins that even though they look close on a map, they could be a 45-minute drive plus, up windy roads, etc. A lot of those places that have these view of God and nothing else, they're very difficult to manage during the winter times, or if you're not used to it, if you're driving a Suburban, with your whole family on it, you may not be anxious to drive up a road that has absolutely no shoulder if you're not used to it. So close to town has some sort of view, but the other thing is, what kind of occupancy can we get into? So many people try to cram 9 people in a 1-bedroom cabin. So we need some places that have occupancy, some room to roam, so that way after you're done exploring Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, you can go back and relax, etc. Obviously, we need a hot tub as well. So
everybody needs a hot tub.
Everybody needs a hot tub. Yep.
One thing that I always tell people, you know, you have a lot of people who maybe, I'll just use this for instance, they sell Mercedes, yet they don't own a Mercedes. Or they sell a Toyota, yet they don't own a Toyota. To me, that seems kind of weird. With you, you sell rental cabins. Well, guess what? You own rental cabins.
I do.
So you believe in what you sell. And as a salesperson, you need to believe in what you sell. And you've actually went one step further. You started by getting your own rental cabins. Now that's kind of broached into a passion of actually helping other people find their dream cabin.
Correct. So when I got involved in actually doing cabins, or like I said, I had plenty of real estate experience from Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So it wasn't mostly that. I was a full-time police officer here in Knoxville prior, but obviously the pay wasn't that great. So I needed a little bit of something to supplement my income. So that's when we got into investing in cabins. And the income was actually a lot more than I ever thought it would be. And after buying a couple of them, I was able to surpass the income that I was making at the police department, so I hung that up full time, and now I just play around part time and stuff. So, anyways, but my point is that when I'm working with people that are interested in buying or even selling, I've tested so many things by fire. I know what's wrong. I know what not to do. I know what it's like to get the, hey, you might have bed bugs in your cabin. It's the worst thing you ever want to hear. But the thing is, I can help work through that, manage through that, and help find cabins that really have good history. So yeah, I've been tested by fire in a lot of things. We've worked a lot of kinks out, and the last couple of years, it's just been smooth sailing. Knock on wood. This is wood.
Yes, it is wood.
Okay, knock on wood.
This is real wood.
This is nothing but the best.
This is real wood right here. Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned the bed bugs thing, because we had my first guest on the show, you know, a while back. Is Jimmy Murphy with All About Bugs. He's right here locally, and he is a professional with bed bugs.
Oh, great.
And
that's someone I may need a phone number in the future.
I definitely need to get you in touch with Jimmy. He's also a very dear friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, so I trust him just like I trust you.
Excellent.
You guys would get along. He's from Louisiana. He's a cut-up. You'd have a blast with him.
Cool.
One of the biggest things, especially when people start talking about the Smokies, we just had the fires not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they were devastating to the Smoky Mountains. And really the world has kind of embraced that, and the numbers of people coming to visit the Smoky Mountains have been astronomical.
That's right.
People want to come back and support this community because people love the Smoky Mountains.
That's right.
And I know that you own some cabins here. Did the fires affect? Well, of course I know. We're friends, so I know they did. It's kind of a loaded question.
Spoiler alert.
You know, but I know that the fires affected you. You guys lost a cabin.
Yeah. We actually got taken out of the cabin business personally with them. We weren't here actually in town. We were in Las Vegas on a trip for Jennifer. She did a big retreat for her team, and we were over there and got the notification on my phone saying that, you know, the temperature in the house had reached 113 degrees, and the next thing we know, it was gone. So obviously we knew what had happened. There was no sense in looking. But like you said, it's so important to know that during that time, we actually calculated, cross-referenced it, save one person. I had gotten a letter or a message from every single person that had ever stayed in that cabin over the past couple of years with their thoughts and prayers. That's the thing about investing in East Tennessee, is the people that come here in East Tennessee, they are not just about themselves. They are about something bigger. To just stay in my little cabin, this was a tiny cabin, to remember my cabin and think of me, not even knowing if I was affected, we just want you to know Gatlinburg's in our prayers, Pigeon Forge is in our prayers. That's important. That is so important, and that's why investing here is such a great thing to do. And I'd love to be a part of that decision. If investing in East Tennessee is in your wheelhouse, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Now, I've done a little bit of research myself on the economy locally, and they do over $1 billion worth of revenue in this area.
It's nice, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Even the lodging and home market is, I think, somewhere close to $300 million a year is generated by by hotels and cabin rentals.
And the great thing too is here in East Tennessee, the communities, the governments, they want them here. So many times you hear the VRBOs and the Airbnbs are being kicked out of other. I think Knoxville just passed bans on these properties, but here this is a catalyst of money. We're all above board. You know, we pay our taxes. Gatlinburg gets its money. Pigeon Forge gets its money, but they're not. You don't have to worry about buying something that could be VRBO and then find out you're not going to. That's main business here.
Now I've had friends that I know that have done an Airbnb or the vacation by sale by owner or whatever that's called that you're talking about, and planned a whole trip. And then the day they were leaving to go on the trip, people say you can't come.
Right. That doesn't really happen here.
What do you mean I can't come? I've planned my whole vacation.
Exactly.
It's not right. I know that you're not going to do that.
Yep.
The whole Smoky Mountains area, and I'm originally from up north. I'm from the Chicago area outside a little town called Sterling. Great place. I loved it. Still got a lot of friends there, so if any of my friends back home in Sterling are watching, I'm just saying, hey, what's up? Come to the Smoky Mountains. I want you here. I've been inviting you for years. I don't know why you're staying away, but got to come here because it's awesome. But with that being said, it's like the people here are so inviting. Mm-hmm. You know, people care about people in Tennessee. Not that they don't care about people elsewhere, but there's something about that Southern hospitality.
That's it.
And I think that's why people love coming to the Smoky Mountains. I know I love being here and being close, so I try to come up here as much as possible. But with all those things, dude, I tell you, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
How do people check out go real quick? We've only got just 30 seconds left.
So mountaindevotion.com, that's mountaindevotion.com, or facebook.com/mountaindevotion. It's not just about real estate, it's also about just the love of the mountains. If you have any real estate needs in East Tennessee, please think of me. I'd love to speak to you about them. Love it.
Folks, I got to tell you, I trust Michael. I trust him. So get in touch with him. And let Mike be one of your neighbors. You never know. Because he lives up here. He's got cabins right up here in the mountains. So with that being said, folks, get out there, smile at somebody you don't know, give somebody a hug, and be good in your Smoky Mountain neighborhood.
Oh, hey! I was just getting caught up on the latest trends and news of the world. Did you know 80% of content that you watch is online or on your mobile device? Did you know a great new channel that's out right now is called Mountain Fun Life? And you can watch it right on your mobile device, or coming soon to Roku. Make sure to check out Mountain Fun Life on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the website, mountainfunlife.com. Hello, did you know that most of the stuff shot on Mountain Fun Life is shot right here in this very studio? And maybe you've wanted your own show before. I mean, how cool would it be to be in a studio like this one with your very own show? Just go to mountainfunlife.com for more information, and you can submit to have your own show, and you can be right here.